This is Morning Motivation for Educators on the Bee Podcast Network. Learn about all the shows at beepodcastnetwork.com. You'll hear from a variety of formal and informal educators who help put this podcast together. If you'd like to contribute your voice to this show, please go to morningmotivationedu.com to apply. I am Danielle Nuhfer, an educator for over 20 years who went up against 2 bouts of serious teacher burnout before finally realizing that I needed to share what worked and what didn't with educators everywhere. This is when Teaching Well was born. At Teaching Well, I partner with schools who recognize that when teacher well-being is prioritized, true teaching and learning can happen. And there's nothing more integral to building this kind of school culture than finding ways to care for yourself in the midst of all the school day hustle and bustle. Building in these moments is what this show is all about and what I hope to bring to each of you when I get the opportunity to speak with you here. So with that, let's begin. As we launch into the school year 2023-2024, let's just pause for a moment to breathe, to reflect, and to focus on the road ahead. How are you doing? No, really, how are you truly feeling? Even as we're riding the initial waves of excitement and hope as we begin a new academic year, I want to introduce you to a beautiful concept that I try to use with the teachers I work with, and it's called claiming your word of the year. You see, goal setting can sometimes feel more rigid. Goals can be set in stone, but life is fluid. Sometimes they can weigh us down or make us feel a little inadequate. But a word can be your anchor. It can be your beacon. A word can gently remind you of your intentions. Instead of a rigid goal, ask yourself, what do you wish to cultivate more of this school year? Do you want to grow in certain aspects or perhaps even feel a certain way? Unlike New Year's resolutions that might fade by February, this is about resonating with a feeling, a drive, or a focus that will last all year. So here's a little exercise to guide you. Grab a piece of paper or a Post-it or your voice to text, your phone, or just, set this to memory and come back to it when you can spend a little time with it. But I'm going to give you the different steps to take to create your word of the year. Step 1, ask yourself, how do I wish to feel this academic year? Step 2, dive a little more deeply. Why is this feeling actually important? Step 3, reflect. When have I felt this way already in my professional or personal life? Step 4, action. Identify one small little baby step you can take today towards achieving that feeling. And step 5, seek. Who or what can aid you in this journey? So I'll just go over them one more time. Step 1 is, how do you want to feel? Step 2, why is it important? Step 3, how do you already feel this way? Step 4, one small step. And step 5, who can help you? Now let your chosen word become your silent partner. Write it on Post-its, set as a reminder on your phone, place it on your desk, write it largely on the back of your board. Just find places to remind you of this word. When I did this exercise, my word was hope. Hope to shed the shadows of negativity, hope to grow in the people that I work with, hope to believe that our collective efforts will bring about this change one step at a time. So what's your word of the year? I'd love to hear it. Look in the show notes for how to connect. Here's to a school year filled with purpose, growth, and hope. Take care and teach well. If this morning's motivation resonated with you, I'd love to connect more. You can find all the different ways we can partner together at teachingwell.life. Thanks for listening. And whatever role you have in education, we have a podcast for you at bpodcastnetwork.com. Who among your friends and colleagues needs to hear this message today? Please share it with them right now.